This is guided stretching for post any of your workouts so far, or just, you know, if you want to have a recovery day, which I highly recommend, and you want to get a little bit of a guided stretch in, this is your place on that situation. So we're going to go ahead, we will start seated, and actually I'm going to go ahead and kick out the right leg. We're going to get up nice and tall, and you're going to rotate, fall down over that right leg. You can come to your knee, you can come to your ankle, you can come out here to your toes, just wherever your flexibility kind of allows and your muscle soreness allows, right? Some days might be a little bit different than others. Kind of breathe into the stretch here. And on the exhale, if you feel like you can get a little bit deeper into the stretch, then that is exactly what you're trying to find. You feel like you're good where you're at, that is a-okay. Cool, we'll go ahead and we will roll it up. We will go the other way, so flip legs here. Get up nice and tall, breathe in, and then we will exhale down. You might notice that your legs are different. Like maybe you can get a little bit further or quite a bit further on one leg. That's okay, it also makes sense, and that's why you also train for kind of unilaterally to where you train, you know, each side individually sometimes, and then also why you want to stretch and find those maybe not really imbalances by any means, but if it is an imbalance, then there you go. Or if it's just, you know, muscle fatigue, muscle tightness on one side, just good to be, you know, aware of when you're then going into lifts and working out then the next day or 2 days later. So cool, we will go ahead, we will roll it up. Let's go ahead and find a butterfly stretch, my favorite stretch ever. So feet kind of come together, and you can have the elbows kind of here on the inner thigh, they could be out here on the knees. I keep them kind of here on the inner thigh, and then you're seeing kind of how low can I get my knees here on the outside, and they may be way up here because that's where the muscle tightness is. Perfectly fine. Again, on the exhale, if you feel like you can get a little bit deeper into the stretch, by all means you can do so. So inhale and then exhale, and see if you can get a little bit deeper, kind of round that back out here. Sweet. Okay, let's go ahead. We will actually kind of roll over onto one side, and I'm going to go ahead, I'm actually going to curl my toes under, and I'm going to kind of sit up on top of my heels a little bit and stretch out kind of the bottom side of that foot, especially if I haven't been in, you know, my like workout shoes in a hot second. It's a little bit of different movements here. Your feet might be, you know, a little tired, a little tight. So this is a really good stretch. And you can do this a little dynamically to where you kind of come forward, shake it out a little bit, and then come back and in. Come forward another time, kind of stretch out the ankles, and then sit back again on those toes. Again, the toes are curled under here. Sweet. Okay, let's go ahead. We'll kind of come back on your butt here, and we're going to go into a figure 4. So let's stick the right foot on top of the left knee, or left thigh rather, and you're going to drive that knee up here. You can stay seated like this. You can also kind of roll back here, and you can pull that leg in. Either way, perfectly fine. Let me kind of scoot forward on my mat here. And you'll feel that stretch all on the outside of that hip of the 4, the bent leg. Again, on the exhale, if you feel like you can get a little bit deeper in the stretch, pull that left leg towards you more, then by all means, take that. If you feel like, whew, we are tight, we are not thriving, then that's also okay. Let's go ahead, we'll release that down. We'll flip to the other side. pull that in here. Again, this is another one where you very well might feel like one side can stretch a little bit further than the other. Perfectly okay. We've been doing a lot of hip work, a lot of glute work, challenging that on both sides as well as one side at a time. So you very well may find those imbalances a little bit. Not imbalances, I don't want to say imbalances, it's not necessarily that, it's just, you know, having one side that's tighter than the other. Sweet. We'll go ahead, we will kind of roll up here. Let's go ahead on a kind of arm stretch, chest stretch, shoulder stretch. So let's get out now nice and wide. Bring that right arm across the chest. And let's actually go ahead and we can kind of rotate that head side to side. Neck might pop a little bit. You can always go up and down as well. We'll switch to the other side. See, my right arm is much tighter for some reason than my left. And that's just delightful. And there you go. And then maybe when, you know, I go to do something, I might feel that in push-ups, for example, or something like that. If I do that, you know, tomorrow, and then I'll know that, you know, maybe I need to do another couple stretch videos and really get that loosened up, warmed up, mobility-wise as well. Reach up overhead, grab the right elbow here, stretch out kind of on that shoulder, up in that armpit even. Beautiful. Let's switch arms here. Spicy. Again, this is great for post-workout. If you need a little bit of a cool down, perfect for a recovery day, right? You can certainly go through a stretch routine on a recovery day. I think that's a great idea, and I encourage you to do so. Come back down, adjust your shirt, and then we're gonna go behind us and we're going to interlace our fingers back behind us and get kind of big on that chest stretch, a little bit of the front shoulders as well. And then you can always look up to the ceiling. And if you want a little bit of the back neck stretch, you can always look down. Or if you're like me, you can kind of do both. Go back and forth. This will be our last stretch. And then you are ready to go on your recovery day, post-workout, whatever it is. Go ahead and release. Beautiful. If you have anything you need from me, by all means, you can ask questions in the comments, any of that good stuff. But I will see you next time.